Business News.
Also, remember that teenage heartthrob David Cassidy? Well, he is back, and so are some of the other members of the Partridge Family television show. We'll show you what they're doing now when we come back. A family reunion of sorts is planned for the 70s singing group, the Partridge Family. Lead singer David Cassidy hasn't been seen or heard recently, but he surfaced long enough to talk to our Steve Hartman for Life Around Here.
Long before Marky Mark and Michael Jordan, this is what kids wanted to be.
It all started when I lost my pickle.
For those of us who pretended to be partridges in the family rooms of America, the show was always a fantasy. But David Cassidy says he didn't really want to be him.
I had no friends, really. I couldn't go anywhere. It was very hard. The thing put a lot of pressure on me. Somebody's out to drive me crazy. And afterwards, I wanted to leave it.
It's understandable. I mean, my first job was flipping burgers at Wendy's, and if to this day people were still asking me what it's like to build a triple cheese, I'd be sick and tired too. But just 5 days ago, David Cassidy watched the Partridge Family for the first time in 15 years. And he says he's ready to relive the memories. The Nickelodeon Network is sponsoring a David Cassidy nostalgia tour. Apparently they're going to start running the series again, and people are a little excited about it. Well, you look at the crowd they got down here. On the curbs, in the windows, from the rooftops. Want a bonus, Marge? People old enough to tend to 2-year-olds and 3-year treasury bonds were out here acting like kids.
About 20 years ago, you couldn't have gotten me to stand behind a rope.
Barbara Remillard drove all the way from Boston.
I cannot believe how fantastic he looks. It's just like being back there. And this is my husband.
I'm her husband.
With her temporary husband, Ken.
So now let's say David walked out here and says, "You're the woman I've been looking for my whole life."
And it's been real fun.
Would you believe at one time David Cassidy's fan club was bigger than the Beatles? And Elvis.
What about Danny? What do you think of Danny?
Oh, my. Take somebody else.
Actually, Dave Madden, the man who played Reuben Kincaid, told me one day when I was hired, and I blame Reuben for everything that ever happened in my whole life. He came up to me and he said, "Danny, you know what got you and I this job?" I was 10 years old. He said, "You're really an ugly kid."
Danny Bonaducci is now a radio personality in Chicago. He flew in just for this performance, just to feel the excitement again, just like everyone else. Steve Hartman, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Yeah, the electricity is in the air.
You remember the Partridge Family?
Oh, yeah, I remember the Partridge Family. I wasn't quite that excited, but I remember the Partridge Family.